the end,
Look
I just
at
had a crack on put on.
Right, this bit of a funny one, this one really. It's a two-part, but it's in one part, if you know what I mean. It's a video showing a couple of iconic things that have appeared on my YouTube channel. So the first one we're going to look at is my Fergie, you know, the 35 I got back earlier in the year. And the second one, we're going to do an in-depth interview with Ken the Mugman. But we'll come on to that in a minute. Let's talk about the Fergie first, which the reason I thought I'd bring it up is actually in this month's Ferguson Heritage magazine. Right, so if we flick through this, it's a nice magazine actually, it's very glossy. See if we can find, where is it? So I think it's page 16. Ooh, look at this, unbelievable. I'm very lucky to get this covered like this. Friends Reunited, the Funky Farmer. And this is the story of how I got, Jane Brooks wrote this, this is the story of how I got my Fergie back. And there's me and my brother and sister there. Look, my brother sucking his thumb. 1973 that was taken. And there it is in the farmyard, which is that farmyard just there. That's taken in the 1960s. And this one was taken this year, the same location, slightly different. The milking parlour's changed. That bit bulbing one there, the roof has been re-roofed. But it's a lovely article. There's how I managed to track down what number plate I was looking for. That's the number plate on the back of an old trailer, although for some reason it was written back to front. So the number plate is, as you can see there, is 828 HHT, and on there it was written HHT 828. But that was what helped me, because if you look at this picture here, all I had to go on was that 828, and I couldn't really make out what was there. So very, very lucky to get that back. And also to get back, this is what I'm really pleased to get back, is the original logbook about the tractor with my dad's name on it, my dad's signature. So that's a nice magazine article in there. Now, I haven't actually done a lot with the tractor since I bought it. I tidied it up for the funeral, but I have actually had some work done on it, or it's work in progress. I've got it in the garage at the moment. It's not normally kept here, but I've brought it down here while the work's going on. And what it is, I've got a chap coming round to help me. Well, he's doing, I say help me, he's doing the work. Oh, look at this is all going wrong. The garage doors are going to slam. He's doing the work, and I'm just paying him. But he is camera shy, and he said, oh, I don't want to go on video, which is kind of understandable. I'm not going to make anyone do something they wouldn't want to do. So I'm going to just show you what he's doing, and I'll just spin it round here. Lucky this Fergie, if I take the exhaust off, the Fergie fits in the garage just about right. There's the exhaust there, look, it's just off. So what he's doing, I've got him, he's just changed that. I could have done that bit myself. That was a screw-on attachment on the tractor. Now I put one of those push fit things, which is much better, and it was also leaking. But the first, what he's dealing with is the oil leak. So you can see here, I've got oil leaks down here onto the wheel drum, and if you just look at that, it's very, very greasy. Can you see that oil on there? Oh, it's focusing on there. So when I had it back, I got Reggie next door to pressure wash it off, and he did a really good tidy up on it. Here we are, he's pressure washing. So we basically got all the grunge off it, and it was a fair amount in the engine and on the wheels, but that sort of made me then able to see what was going on, and since then, look, the oil leaks have appeared on here and on there. So I basically said I don't want oil leaks. Look, I've got a big one under there. That might be diesel down there. Can you see that? So what we're dealing with now, first of all, let's have a look in here. Look, woo! I can just get my phone out and get a bit of, if I get a bit of torchlight on there, let's just light that up. Look, can you see in there? What can you see? Not very much. I can just about make out. Oh, it's hard to. Hang on. Let's see if I can hold this a little bit better. It's trying to get the light in there. Look, you can see right through in there. Look, you can see the inner workings there. That's quite interesting. Oh, it's a bit out of focus, which is really annoying. So essentially what he's done is he's taken the covers off there and he's replacing the bearings, and just come back up here. He's taking it all off. He's replacing the oil seals on there and he's putting new bearings in at the same time, because he said while you're doing it you might as well do the whole thing, which is totally right. So that's work in progress, and he's coming back and doing a bit at a time. He's also, we've got the bonnet off over there, the wheel off there, and he's going to work on the oil leaks. Well, he's got the starter motor off. I think he's trying to do a bit at a time because he couldn't do that side till he's done that side, because we've got to turn the tractor around. So you can see, look, it's either diesel, there's liquid down there anyway. Not good. Not good when it annoys me. So that's what's going on with the Fergie. What I want to do is have this tractor so that I don't leak oil and diesel everywhere when I go somewhere, and sorry, and I kind of like I can clean it up. I still plan to paint it, repaint the red and the grey on the engine and stuff, but there wasn't any point in really doing that until I can make sure that it's completely clean of leaks, because I want to tidy it up, but not tidy it up too much. I want it to be a tractor that is kind of like, it still looks like used and not too scared to use it, but I don't want it completely tatty and rubbishy with leaks. So this chap is doing a great job. He's just coming over every now and then and doing a bit here and there. So that's what's happening with the old famous Fergie, if you like, famous Fergie. But it's an ongoing project. I was thinking about trying to do a tractor run before Christmas. There's one at Horton, I think 22nd December, but I don't know whether I'll get that back together by then. He's only coming every now and then. It probably won't happen. So if I don't take part in it, I'm going to turn up at it and maybe do a video. But I was maybe hoping to do my first ever tractor run there, but you know how things pan out. So that's the update on the Fergie. Really next year is going to get more use out of it, and I still got a big plan for later, another time. So that's where the Fergie's at. So back on to part 2, which is still part of this video. Ken the Mugman. Ken the Mugman, bit of a legend in his own lunchtime. So if you ever keep up on me on Facebook or you have one of my calendars, you'll see Ken is a chap who goes round the countryside with one of my mugs, or several of my mugs actually, and takes pictures of them with different objects, different places, and things like that. And he's done a really great job. We're doing about 4 years now, maybe 5. He's been in 4 calendars now. He gets a month to himself every month of a collage of these pictures. And he's a great character, and you know what? He just brings a bit of light, entertainment and joy to my life and to a few other people's lives, I think. So here he is now. He popped in just before Christmas, and I gave him a couple of calendars and a box of cider as well, say thank you. So here he is at the kitchen table telling you a little bit about Ken the Mugman. So this is like 2 famous icons in one video. We got the Fergie and we got Ken the Mugman. Anyway, enjoy Ken. Here we go, crack on. Right, this is a bit of a Brucey bonus video at the end of a normal video. I thought I'd share something a bit different. So, got my Funky Farmer mug here, just having a coffee, right? But there's someone who's taken my Funky Farmer mug to extreme. And you might know him because he appears in his things appear in my calendars. That's 2024's calendar. 25 calendars here somewhere on a pile. I'm going to spin it round in a minute, and I'm going to introduce you to Ken the Mug Man, and we'll talk a little bit about what Ken does with my mugs. Here he is.
Good morning, everybody.
Hey.
How are we all doing? I miss Richard so much. I've got a special mug with his picture.
That's a one-off, that one, isn't it? We're all one-offs.
They are much a one-off. Those.
So Ken, I have grabbed you before for a cider video when we were doing the tasting the alcohol-free stuff.
Good fun.
But we need to talk about what you're famed for is, if you like, because you're well known on my Facebook and also on anyone who's bought a Funky Farmer calendar for what you do, aren't you? And let me just explain. So we started this, or I started putting them in my calendar. Let me see. Can we find the November? It's always November, I think, or nearly always. Oh no, that's March.
It was March last year.
That was the anniversary, wasn't it?
It was the wedding.
Yeah. And oh, hang on. There's the other calendar over there.
This is this year's.
Right. So there's actually quite a lineup here of mug pictures.
But this is only a small selection.
This is what Ken does. You go off with one of my mugs, and you actually photograph it at various places. Now, what made you suddenly decide to start taking photographs with my mug at certain places?
To be honest, I can't remember. We were just chatting off camera about the first mug I had, which was a black one with red text on.
Is that a broken one now? You've broken quite a few mugs, haven't you?
I think that one is still surviving.
Right.
It's at home somewhere.
Yeah.
And I was just at work one day, and it was on the table in the kitchen of the building I was in, and I took a photograph of it and put it on Facebook. And you said, and you shared it, and then it started to say, oh, next time you go somewhere, take it with you. And it just evolved and it evolved and it evolved, and it then became a mental battle with myself,
challenge.
I suppose, a challenge to find something interesting. I was fortunate enough to do quite a bit of travelling at the time. Find something you see in a field, in a farm gateway, in a town centre.
There's some
great
examples here, isn't there? I mean, just random stuff. There's a carry there with a mug on the top. I've just picked this page at random, but you've got a windmill there with it at the bottom. Where's that windmill then,
That
Ken?
windmill is about a mile from Stansted Airport.
Is
in
it?
A place called Stansted Mount Fitchet.
Right.
Most of these have quite a close proximity to a British Telecom building, because that's where I was going at the time. So that's where they would be either on their way to. There's some very famous locations.
There is, isn't there? I think there's one with Vicar of Dibley's house on it.
That one there.
That's the Vicar.
I can't remember the name of the village.
Vicar of Dibley's house there.
I was on the way back from High Wycombe, and the sat nav said it.
Of course, there's Minge Lane. Where's Minge Lane?
Minge Lane is in Upton-on-Severn.
Is it?
Yeah.
And there's another one.
There's Cock Road.
Hang on, where's this year's calendar, which is sold out now? Is in Cock. Where's Cock Road?
Cock Road was in a place called Road between Devizes and Chippenham.
Right. Because of course it's all about the cock there, isn't it?
It is, yeah. And again, that's driving down a road.
Yeah.
You see the sign. You do a 3-point turn somewhere. You probably park on the pavement illegally. You jump out. I've come sort of prepared today.
Oh yeah, is that the?
That's not the original.
Gaelic, that's Scottish.
That's the Scottish one. But this one, we talk about collateral damage. You can see this one's had.
You've dropped quite a few, haven't you?
Yeah, my favourite one is.
I bought you another one.
The yellow one.
I like the yellow one.
It stands out.
It does.
A lot of backgrounds,
and that's in a lot of these.
Yeah. That's possibly one of my favourite pictures, which again
I was mugged by the Funky Farmer.
Taken this to some extremes. I've got probably 5 or 6 different hats and bits of other merchandise, like the mugs I've had printed myself with the picture on and slogans on.
And look, you've got a Funky Farmer baseball cap there.
Yeah, there's a Funky Farmer. I've got a Funky Farmer t-shirt that you supplied me with as well. And I try and put something funny or something.
You're a funny man, Ken, though. Let's face it. You've got quite,
I think odd would be probably...
But isn't that what we all embrace? I embrace the odd and the funny. I think we got to.
Yeah, I think
you make people smile, and that's always good.
I think that's one of the things. Facebook is something I've participated in now for nearly 20 years. However long Facebook's been going, I suppose. And I describe myself as a bit of a cheeky monkey, a bit of a piss taker, if I'm allowed to say that. But the first person that I take the mickey out of is myself. So if I can take the mickey out of myself,
me.
Well, yeah, you're easy meat, though, aren't you?
Easy target.
Easy target. You do lots of funny things that I can then adapt and play on and mention in the things I do, because it relates to something you've either just done or just said. So,
I think honestly, Ken, what you do when you do this is just brightens things up a bit in the day. And when I see I've been tagged in a picture, I think, oh crikey, what's he done now? And you just don't know, and there's. I love this. It's a Back British Farming one there, and if you look, the mug is just in the middle of it there.
Yeah. That was up near Montgomery in Mid Wales. That one.
Stop poaching. Yeah, it didn't work. That sign didn't work, Ken.
One of the other. I don't know if it's a curse or one of the other things. I've got quite a good memory for places I've been. Places I've seen, things I've done. You asked me what I did yesterday, what I had from my tea, I can't remember.
No.
You asked me where that picture was, I can remember what I was doing there, why I was there, where it was, what mug I was using, what happened to that mug, because a few of the yellow ones, seems to be the most...
It's the striking
or the
one,
pale blue one.
I like the yellow. It's my favourite colour one. So the question is, what does your wife think about all this? Because she must go, oh, Ken.
I think she's got so used to it now.
Your lovely wife is in this picture here, right, isn't she? With the mug and you.
Yeah.
She does a lot of stuff for meningitis.
She works for meningitis now. So there's a few in one of the calendars of one of the sponsored events that they do that she featured in, and a couple of other people. Your hairdresser was in there as well.
He was, wasn't he?
So
Barbara.
Yeah, she's got used to it.
Have you always been like this?
Yeah.
So this is just another one of Kennerisms.
I don't know if it's in a calendar. I can see one picture that's taken on foreign shores.
That is one. I'm sure there might be another one. If there's not, there will be one.
Yeah,
there's one of the. There was one of the hotel manager. Didn't it not make it into the?
Oh yeah, that's one of the yellow mugs that I lost. Or I'd say lost. I think as a souvenir. She rolled her eyes the first time I whipped it out on holiday.
Put it away, Ken. I mean, I have to say, I've got a backlog of some that still haven't made calendars yet, because you keep them coming. Because some of this year's are from a few years ago, aren't they? And the hotel, you got that hotel. Oh, what the one thing you did on holiday this year? You got all the flipping people on holiday.
That was strange.
What did you do?
I try and get, wherever I am, whoever I'm with, I try and get them to either hold it and say crack on, which is obviously your famous saying. And we were on a sunset off-road safari with a company in Turkey this year when we were over there. And I said to the guide, it was our guide, a guy called Sal, I said, it sounds a bit odd. So I had the mug in my bag, and I said, can you hold this, put your thumb up and just say crack on? So he did it, he obliged, and then he sort of asked what it was about. So I tried to explain what the funky farmer is to a Turkish man, and he got it. And then we were sort of waiting for the sunset on the beach. Fantastic setting, a really well organised thing. And he got it was a group. It was 4 Land Rover Defenders with like 8 people in, so we had sort of 30 people, including the drivers and that. And he got everybody lined up on the beach. He held the mug up and said, when I say 1, 2, 3 and put my hand up, everybody just say crack on. So he did it. So I thought, that's great, it's fantastic. I thought that'd be good. So I said to you, I've got something a bit special. And then part of the same event, we were taken for dinner by the sea. Oh. And they were around the campfire, a bit of Turkish singing and dancing and getting people involved. And he came over to me and said, where is it? Where is it? And I said, where's Mike? He said, where's the mug? Where's the mug? So I gave it to him, and he put it down, and he said, come over. And he sort of dragged me into the middle of the makeshift dance floor, and the guy, the local musician playing, I can't remember the name of the instrument. It's like a balalaika, but it's not.
Right.
And he just, an impromptu crack on song, which I would imagine you'll tag on to.
I'm going to put this on just this moment now, the 2 videos you're talking about, because they are hilarious.
Oh, it's a crack on! Don't please, don't do it. Guy, I have my hand down. 1, 2, 3. Crack on!
Crack on, 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 crack on. Haydi şimdi bütün eller crack on. Haydi şimdi bütün eller crack on. Haydi şimdi Bütün eller kırkan, bütün müziklerimiz de havaya.
Have your cup of tea, Ken. So basically, where to now with the mug? Have you got some more destinations in mind? You've got to run
I've
out
got
of ideas.
No, I've got loads of
The good
ideas.
thing is, you've got a year to do this. I always say to you, Ken, about October or
Yeah.
September, I need the pictures, and you've always got them all on Instagram.
I've got
You're
more-
very good. You bring them down to me.
Yeah,
don't you?
I've got more pictures than you tend to put in the collage.
Yeah, I can't always fit them in,
Yeah,
can
so there are some that are.
This is your trademark now. You're Ken the Mug Man, aren't you?
Yeah, a lot of people ask me who the Funky Farmer is. The Funky Farmer a real person? And I mean,
Is he real? I'm
talking
not
about
sure.
the merchandise with the I was mugged by the Funky Farmer, and then you referred in one video to Top Gear having the Stig.
Yes,
and
I've
you
got
said,
the Ken.
I've got the Ken.
I've got
so
the
I've now
Ken.
I've got an orange hat. I don't know if I've seen any of these pictures.
There is in one of these. I
And
think
it
there was an
says,
orange one. There it is.
And it's there.
It's in,
So, yeah,
in a couple.
I am the Ken, the Funky Farmer's mug
There
man.
he is. Fair play to
And
you.
I've got one again. I don't think it's in here. There's a green one, and it says the Funky Farmer made me do it.
Oh, I
And
don't know
that
that
one's
one
been
made
to
it.
Austria because my
Has it?
son-in-law used to drive a coach, and he took a school party to Austria,
Right.
And that was in there as well. So,
Well, fair play.
so they've travelled about a bit.
Well, it's great. Long may
But
it
I
continue.
even went to the extremes. I think, what can I do next that's different? And the running joke was I was going to have the Funky Farmer tattooed on me, but it never came to.
Hang
But
on,
in
I've
the
forgotten
end-
about this.
In the end,
Look
I just
at
had
that.
had a crack on put on, which was the text from the mug. I don't know if it's on that one. So,
Okay,
so that's been on there
fair
now probably 5 years.
Buddy, stop it. Crack off. Stop it. Come here. Oh, that might be time for me to quit. Ken. Stop it. Shh. Right, mate. Thank you very, very much for all your help.
Say, you say about running out of things
Yeah.
to photograph. I've got other ideas I want to do. I'd love to get somebody famous. Just
Yes.
and I do intend
We'll
to
get there
famous
one day.
people.
Buddy, stop it.
And I've also got other ideas to do things as well, and places I want to go, and yeah. So there's lots of ideas floating around in my head.
Brilliant.
And I say my wife now, bless her, she's got used to the idea.
She's
of me
just
having
like, oh God, we've got to take a mug with us wherever we go on holiday.
It just comes in. There's usually one kept in the car anyway, which is that one. I got
Yeah.
one or two in my work van. I've got an unbreakable one because I've broken
Yeah.
so many, but it's not an official merch one. So I do try and promote the real thing.
The real
as they say.
thing. We are the real thing.
Yeah.
Right. There you go. So there was the exclusive interview with Ken the Mugman. I often tag him as Ken the Mugman, and it's kind of like it's good to actually meet the person, isn't it? Ken the Mugman.
Well,
you have got a surname as well. haven't you?
I have. Yeah, my name is Ken Atkins. So
There you go. Ken the Mugman.
quite a famous local family,
Yeah.
and I'm one of those.
Well done, mate. That's awesome. Thank you so much.
Problem.